Okay, here's the graveyard. It's up on a knob. I don't know how to say it, but it's up on a mountain kinda. It falls way down in the valley here. I got a big valley here. It comes up on a hill, which I guess back in them days they probably designed it that way. You know, back in the 1800s, there was a reason for it, I'm guessing. I'll take you out of some of the graves here. This is 1919, 1925. Some of them you can't read, they're a little faded. A lot of babies, a lot of young kids and babies out here. I guess back in them days, you know, they didn't have the medicine we got now, and it's kind of hard on families. I imagine the houses was a lot colder when kids got the flu. I don't know. I'm just thinking. That's a lot of reasons. And like I said, we didn't have the medicines that we got now, you know, back then. But it's kind of sad, you know, that this is born 1802 to 1877. Wow. Look, here's a broke one, and it looks kind of fresh. It looks fresh to me. I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think? Kind of looks fresh. It's sad. It's vandalism. You know, tearing stuff up. It's kind of sad. 1877, 1890, so not a very old person at all. 1884, 1890. You just wonder. I think basically a teenager. You just wonder why, you know. Looks like another fresh one that's been broke. Now these here, I don't think they're marked. I don't think they're marked, but I don't think they have anything at all on them. Looks like a trail. I don't know if y'all can see it, but right where I'm walking, right down the middle, looks like kind of like a trail. I mean, some of these graves are they're marked, but just with rocks, you know. It looks like rocks and maybe stones that they got out of the creek. Y'all, I'm sorry for my filming. This gimbal I got is it's just a selfie stick. It is no good. I'm getting a good gimbal, and it'll help me out a lot as far as the zooming and stuff like that. So just bear with me. But I did want to do this video. I get impatient, and I was so excited about coming and showing y'all this. I wish some of these, here's one, and it's old, but it's fairly new. It looks like it's probably very young. Very, a baby. So sad. It just breaks my heart. But I want to show y'all the knob, if y'all can see it. I mean, it is right on a hill. This graveyard is right on a hill. It just falls off straight. I'm talking about hundreds of feet straight down. Amazing that they've done it on this knob. I could imagine. Could you imagine on some of these graves? I mean, most of these graves, when they brung the coffins right here with the bodies in it, it was on a horse and buggy. I'm sorry for my filming, y'all. I'm new at this. But I love stuff like this. I love history. If you can see, our van is, boom. I didn't want to get down here because, see, I'm thinking, my way of thinking is in the 1800s, and so you see how some of these graves are, just a rock. So I'm guessing, and I don't know for sure, y'all leave a comment. I would imagine that there's a lot of these graves that people's buried out here that's not even marked. And there's no way I would want to bring my van real close to it and park on that. I just wouldn't want to do it. So I'm probably 150 foot away from the graveyard. I didn't want to get real close. You could park right up to it, but I didn't want to because you could be on a grave. You really don't know. Beautiful graveyard. And to be honest with you, when I go, I would love to be buried in a graveyard like this. So peaceful and beautiful. And look at these graves here where moss has literally, ain't that amazing? Only on the grave. Huh? Ain't that kind of neat? Only on the grave. Moss. Wow. I love history. My family always says the way I act and the way I am, that I was born way late. I should have been born in the 1800s. And if I had a choice, I would have been. And I know people say, well, you know, it was so peace, you know, it was so, wasn't as much violence going on then and da-da-da. From what I've heard, and you know, the Western is kind of, it's not true. You know, they wasn't shooting up in the streets and all that. If you do your history, you'll know that it wasn't quite like that. And the beautiful cabins, you know, that you see, the old cabins, and I don't know. And I might say, oh, I wished I hadn't, but I wished I was born and raised back in them times. You get on your horse and buggy and you go to church. You know, down an old dirt road, and your family gets on that buggy and goes to church. And I don't know, it just seems, I just love watching movies, you know, like that, like, you know, stuff like that. I love it. And I love coming to these old graveyards and looking at the dates and just, you know, thinking, you know, I would just like to scene, you know, I just like to just scene what went on when they come out here and buried these people. You know, got back on the horse and buggy, and it could have been raining, you know, you never know, and done it on a horse and buggy. Here is, I think, I can't see it real good, but I think 1882 to 1883, I'm thinking is what I'm seeing. Oh man, could you imagine the tears that went on out here, these little babies? Oh, but anyway, I showed y'all the graves. I'm gonna tell y'all the story. It's just a story, and it's just a rumor. That back in the 1800s, 1850s, 60s, I think it was. You know, I've heard many different dates. I've even heard in the early 1900s, you know, I've heard stories. But the story goes, this graveyard, back in the 1800s, there was a man. He lived, I mean, he lived somewhere back over in here. It could have been miles away, you know, I'm sure it was, you know. Like, for instance, we're gonna, on one of our videos, we're gonna show y'all a church. We're gonna show y'all a church that was built, supposedly, it's the oldest standing church in the state of Alabama. Supposedly. It's a log cabin church. And it's just, I'm going to say 5 miles from here. No, not even that. If you shot through the woods, 3 miles. But anyway, we're going to do a video of that church and that graveyard, which is about like this. And there's some graves in that out there, just early 1800s and stuff. We're going to show y'all a video of that. So, since that church is over there and this graveyard's here, I'll imagine this was a this was a not a neighborhood. How do you say it? Maybe like a community. I'll say that, community. So the rumor has it, this guy probably lived in this community. Everybody probably knew him, is what I heard. He lost his family. He was either he was gone in the war or something, or gone somewhere or something. I've heard different rumors on that. But he lost his family, his wife and a couple of kids. He lost his family in a fire. Cabin burnt up or something in the middle of the night. I don't, lantern turn over, whatever. But it was a fire. And this man came to this graveyard, this particular graveyard. And he dug his grave. He dug his grave. He dug his own grave. Now, as to where it is or if it's even true or not, who knows? But anyway, he came out here. He dug his grave. He got in it. He got in his grave, and he killed himself. The rumor has it he shot himself. And so, supposedly he's out here, and I would imagine his kids could be beside some of these kids. Some of these kids that's so young could have been his family, his kids, you know, and wife. But he shot himself out here in this grave, and they say it was a month or something later before somebody come out here and found it. And I can imagine what his body looked like a month later. Rumor has it that the community put a knowed who he was, you know, put a tombstone or whatever, headstone, rocks, and just buried him. You know, just buried him right there. And rumor has it that he walks around in this graveyard. I've heard that. You know, everybody, you know, I've heard local people in where I live, Alabama, little town Alabama where I live, that's the rumor. And he walks around in this graveyard, which I don't believe in ghosts. But everybody will tell you, oh, that graveyard's haunted, you know, that guy so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And my wife knows about that rumor, and I'm telling you, y'all, there's probably scratches on my face and knots on my head, because she came, it was kicking and screaming time before I could get her out here. And she said, I'm going to do it. And this is what she said. She said, I'm going to do it to get this graveyard camping out of your system. I've heard it long enough. Before I started this YouTube channel, I've always wanted to do this. It's something that I want to do. I'm not doing it just for YouTube. I've always wanted to do it. She ain't too crazy about it. And she's sitting in that chair up there, probably crying right now. You can't see it so far off, but anyway, she came kicking and screaming. I'm beat up a little bit from it. She said, I'm going to go ahead and do it, so you'll shut up, basically was, and I quote, I'm going to go to that graveyard and camp in it, so you'll shut your mouth. But anyway, you know, she may kill me before the night's out. But we're going to go up here, and we're going to cook us some dinner a little later on. We're going to cook us some dinner. My wife's going to cook us some dinner. And we're going to eat and build us a little fire. Now, I'm not going to build a fire on the ground, just out of respect. I don't want to mark it up. I got me a little grill, a little bitty, like a little cheap grill that I'm going to build a fire in, just a little bitty fire, nothing big. Build us a little fire. I don't want to mark up the ground, and I'll pour the ashes out. You know, I don't want to build a fire on the ground. But anyway, we will do that. I'm gonna go up here in a minute and do that, and we'll cook and set our campsite up and show you our van. My wife's up there, I think, getting it ready, and I'll show you the van. And my two grandboys is with us too. I know what y'all thinking. That van's gonna be packed, but we've done it before. They sleep in the floor. We got good heat. We sleep on the bed. They got air mattresses. So everything's good on that. The reason we bring them, they ain't crazy about this either, but the reason we do it is because we babysit the youngest one, and we babysit them, and my daughter has to go to work tomorrow, so they had to be with us anyway. But they would have probably wanted to come. But anyway, on to the next thing. I just walked up on something I want to show y'all. It's kind of neat. I don't know the purpose of it is, and it's just this grave. I'm gonna come down to it, and y'all tell me, comment, tell me why you think it is. But it's kind of pennies. It's got pennies all over it. I think it's 1830. I think it's 1830 to 1914. And I tell you, it tells his name, Confederate States Army. And it says here, I ought to be ashamed for not knowing, but PVT, if somebody knows what it all means, I sure would like to know in a comment. PVT COD 31 Alabama INF. Wow. Ain't that something? This, y'all, looks like a homemade headstone. Well, it looks like to me. Comment on that too and tell me what you think. It looks like 1816 to 1904. Now I could be wrong. 1819 maybe. 1816, 1819. And I think it says, asleep in Jesus. Wow. Here's just a rock. It's just a rock with something carved, with it carved on. Look at here. It's just a rock. And it says, died July 20th, 1862. It don't tell when they was born or anything. It just tells when they died. And could you imagine in 1862, probably somebody carved that in that rock in 1862. Probably with a pocket knife, a nail. Wow. And to be honest with you, my opinion, I think that's just as pretty as any headstone you could have. A natural rock carved that. And from the length of it, I'm guessing if that's the footstone, it's a baby. You know, just by the length of it, I'm guessing. But I don't know. I'm in a hole right here. I'm in a kind of a hole, if you'll see. You know, a lot of these graves will sink in. I'll show you. So that might not be the footstone, you know. This is probably the way it's faced, you know, faced to the east, because that's the way Jesus is coming, and I believe that. I believe Jesus is, and I think it says in the Bible somewhere, Jesus will be coming in the east. So face me, you know, face people to the east, so when he comes, and you arise from your grave, that'll be the first thing you see is him, which is, you know, a lot of people's faced to the east. All right, fellas, I'm on my YouTubers. I'm gonna get back up here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get back up here I'll get me setting up. I'm gonna set up and we're gonna cook some dinner and I'll go over the van. Look, there's my wife. She's out there getting wood, probably to hit me over the head with it. I told her, this is what I told her, y'all. I said, I could probably run faster than all of y'all. Like I said, I don't believe in ghosts, but I tell her this. It gets her, I don't believe in ghosts, but I like messing with her. I said, I can run faster than you, so If a ghost gets after me, I'm going to come down this dirt. I'm going to come down this old road right here, and I'll be ahead of you. And she says, oh, no, you won't. I'll crank the van up, and I'll be right behind you or ahead of you. So she may be getting some sticks to hit me over the head with it. But she's probably going to be happy when this trip's over, because she went crazy about coming out here, y'all. I almost lost my life with this video. So please like and subscribe. I almost lost my life on account of this. So y'all help me out. Like and subscribe. Because this one, I like not have been here before. I got killed. So please like and subscribe. And I'm gonna bring y'all some more stuff like this. We're fixing I'm gonna show y'all the church video, and we get that a mile from here. There's a beautiful primitive campground. It's primitive, built in 1951, and we're gonna camp in it next. And when we camp in it, we're going to set the van up. We're gonna put our canopy out, our tarp out, our canopy tent over the picnic table. We're gonna put our awning out over the van. We're gonna put our Lucy lights. We're gonna set it up right like it's supposed to be. We're not doing it here because I don't know if somebody may come up and say, hey, y'all can't camp here. Y'all not supposed to be here, you know, We don't know. So we're not gonna set up everything here because we may have to leave. We don't know. And at this graveyard, I don't want, if somebody comes up, I don't want people to know, hey, look, they're camping down here. So, you know, it's that type of deal. We're not setting the van up perfectly here. We're just kind of going to camp, cook, and show y'all this video, and might see a ghost. You know, it's supposed to be haunted. Stick around. All right, everybody, let's get campsite set up. We're gonna eat some hamburgers. Haunted hamburgers. my wife's gonna, I usually cook the hamburgers, but I'm gonna let her cook them so I can kind of keep an eye out for ghosts while she's cooking the hamburgers. And I'm gonna build a little fire in this little grill that I got here. Get us a fire going, because it was a pretty day today, beautiful. Couldn't ask for a better time to do this. But it's gonna get down to, like they say, 40 tonight, so I'm gonna build a little fire, and we'll get that going and cook us some dinner here, and then sit out here by the fire a little bit maybe, and I'll take y'all in the van and show you how we set that up for bed. I'll be right back with starting of the hamburgers in the fire. This is it's so peaceful out here, everybody. I mean, beautiful. I mean, it is just simply beautiful out here. I love it. We've come out to this graveyard several times, but we've never, you know, it's the first time we ever camped at it. I mean, I simply, I love this. Oh, I'll fix to season these burgers up. Oh, as I was saying anyway, maybe I'll let her cook these burgers first, but my uncle, he's 65, and really I pick at him about, you know, being scared coming out here, coming where it's no power and all. But you know, at 65 years old, that's not, I don't think that's old. I really don't think it's old. I really, really don't. You old as you feel. And he really, he camps a lot. He camps sometimes when I don't. Thank God for him. I love him to death. He camps, and I just thank God that he's healthy enough to camp at 65 years old. I love him to death, and I enjoy camping with him. He's a card, and I know he's gonna camp. He don't like to camp where his daughters lives off. He's got a couple of daughters. I think he's got 3 daughters, and they live a distance from him, and he likes to be able to stay in touch with them, and he likes to stay in touch with them, and he likes to be where his phone picks up. And where I'm at now, 0 cell phone service. Another place that we're going to camp next video is a mile down the road, zero cell phone service. So it's been hard to get him to come, and I understand that. You know, his daughters like to make sure, keep a check on him and all, but you know, I've told him I'll be with him, but still, I'm going to talk him into it. He's going to come one day, and I'm going to introduce y'all to him. He's got a van like mine, and he's been camping out of that thing for, I think, for 18, 19 years. He's 65, and it's his passion too. He loves to camp and fish. Hey boys, come throw some wood on this fire. Don't let the fire go out. We love, this is our family thing that we do. Our family gets together. And to me, most of the spots that we camp, like the spot I told you that was a mile down the road, it's $3 a night. I know it sounds crazy, but $3 a night. We can, you know, I can afford that, $3 a night. And I love this place. It's just beautiful. We can buy us a pack of hamburgers and hot dogs, and we can come down here to this place, $3 a night. And like I said, it's local. And we can have a family outing for the weekend for, I mean, if I had to add it up, $25. And we can have us a good time, you know, for $25. And it's just a cheap way of entertainment, and we love it. We love to camp. Camping is our passion. And the reason we hadn't camped prior to my video, my van build, prior to that, we hadn't camped in what, 2 months?
Yeah.
Probably 2 months.
2 or 3 months.
2 or 3 months. The reason being, my wife was in surgery. She just got out of surgery. She had the woman surgery that the women get. She had the surgery. And she has been sore for 2 weeks, and she has been taking it easy. And we enjoy sitting at the house while she was recuperating. We just sat there and plan camping and watch camping on TV. We love that, and we was planning for this, and when she got to feeling better, we took off, and here we are. Our first place since we went back camping is the graveyard. But it ain't about really camping, just camping in the graveyard. I just ain't, I just got to camp in the graveyard. It's this graveyard. It's this graveyard, this type of graveyard where it's in the woods, way back in the woods. Where, you know, it's just beautiful scenery, the country way back, and an old graveyard, you know, history. I love history. And I just love coming to places like this, and so beautiful to me. And we'll come back. We'll come back and do it again. It might be just me and my uncle, if I can talk him into it, my wife. He ain't crazy about the graveyard deal. Gotta cut it down.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, YouTubers, we are way, way, way in the woods. We are way, way in the woods. But this is just a sight to see. This place is so pretty. I just can't say it enough. I'm probably getting on y'all's nerves saying how pretty this place is, but I mean, I could just build me a cabin back here and just come live. I say from here to my house, it's probably a 35 minute drive, maybe 40. You know, not too far, pretty local. Now my uncle is probably an hour and a half from him, and that's another reason he's on fixed income. He's on fixed income like me, and he you know, gas, how gas is now, he hour and a half drive, you know, it's I did tell him to help him out, that I would try to help him out on gas, and so he could come and camp with us.
Who's yours?
We're just keeping it simple tonight, guys, because out here in these woods like this. I am a long ways far from being a good video guy, but maybe I'll get better as more videos I make and get a better gimbal and better lighting and stuff. We usually set up better with better lighting, but out here in the woods, not putting all of our stuff out, it's usually just a little harder. I'll get right back with y'all when we eating these hamburgers. Can y'all tell we're from Alabama? Sweet tea. We sweet tea drinkers. You fixing yours?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to stop. You got yours? Oh, you need ice? What am I doing?
Here, let me get it.
I'll get it. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for this food you've given us, Lord. I pray that you'll just keep us safe through the night, Lord, and we'll make it back home safe. We love and praise you for all that you do. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
I got me messy.
Good, y'all. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna sit here and enjoy these hamburgers and food, or dinner, and when it comes time for us to get in the bed, we'll get inside, show y'all our van set up and how we sleep. I'll see y'all in the van. Check out our, there's the boys up there by the fire. There's our van. Trying to get the right lighting with this flashlight, spotlight, what it is. I'm gonna show y'all the van. My wife got everything out of it and kind of cleaned it up. So I'm gonna show y'all that. Show y'all how it's, finally get to show y'all it cleaned up. Here's how she's got it fixed up. As far as she put a rug in it. She put the ladies touch on it. Here's where the boys sleep. Okay, on their air mattress. Here's where me and The lady sleeps. Here's our lights. We love these lights. It's so cozy in here, and we love it. Now we're running, like I said, we're running off of this little power box right now, just to get light in here to show y'all. I got y'all in the van now. Try to get this thing. I'm sorry for not being steady. Here's our TV. We sleep really good in here. It's gonna be quiet tonight. It's gonna be so peaceful. It's so peaceful out here. We really love it. We love this. There's where the brats sleep. We'll cover all the windows up tonight. Make sure they're covered up so no ghosts don't peek in on us. Now I want to show y'all something that's almost cost the whole family their life 5 times. I'm going to scroll down here. Watch it, boys. Move out of the way. I'm going to scroll down here and show y'all something that's... We've never camped down here. When we pulled this van in, we just parked on the levelest spot up on a hill away from the graveyard. And this right here, I'm coming down. I want to show y'all. I hope y'all can see it. Right there. Can y'all see that rock sticking up? We have literally, I have, and the whole family has tripped over that rock 5 times. I tripped over it a while ago, coming and sat down and went down with my big fat belly and tore my chair up. It's just old cheap Walmart chair anyway. They ain't worth the flip. But that one's gone. I went down on it and tore it all to pieces. So, broke the arm out of that one. Anyway, it's going to chair heaven. And here's the van, and we really like it. I think it's really cozy and turned out real good when we built this thing. Finally got it. We put that tarp y'all see that was in here. We put that in here for when we put our generator and stuff like that and our chairs. It just keeps from my wife and me want to keep this carpet clean and as long as we can, and it being camping. But we've been camping in this van for probably about a year, maybe a little more, huh?
Yeah, probably about a year, I think.
Yeah, probably about a year, and we've kept it pretty clean, other than right here getting in and out right there. Our feet hit it and get it a little dirty, but up in here we've tried to keep it real clean, and we want to keep it cozy so we can sleep good. But anyway. This is it. I'm going to go to the back and open the doors and show y'all from the back door. I had to get my wife to open it for you. My hands is full with a flashlight and this phone. This is from the back. Trying to get the right lighting, y'all. Bear with me. I'm sorry about this. I know it's probably not the best, but we're gonna get better. I promise. This is it. That's our TV up there. I put it on a swivel, mounted it on the wall. This is our lights. Oh, we love these lights. Honey, go around there and change them to colors. She's going to change the colors and show y'all what they do. And, you know. We got that color. We got that color.
That one blue.
We love it. We love it. There you go. How about that? We couldn't be any happier with this. Hey, we're going to walk out down here to the graveyard. It's dark. They said go. Who's coming? Or who's scared?
down. Hold it a second. Hold it.
Oh, if you had on your headlamp, will it help?
Oh yeah, it might would help. Yeah.
Let me get out.
I got a headlamp, a good one too. It's a pretty good one. I do have me a good headlight. It goes on my head. Okay. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, fellas, I gotta slow down. My wife can't walk fast right now. She's still sore from that surgery. I had to walk slow when she's with me. Hold this at me. Okay. Oh, this thing is just. Trying to get the best light on this headlamp. There we go. Y'all can see, here's some old ones again, I'll show you. It's just right, this graveyard, like I said, see, here's even some old ones way down here in the edge. As you just come into it, if you could see that. And this thing is right on a big knob. It's just, I wish y'all could be here. We love it. I told my wife I'd give her $100 to bring her sleeping bag down here. She don't want the $100. We'll walk up the road a little bit, the little road we came in on. Where's that flashlight?
Right here.
Probably could see better too with this flashlight. Y'all can see the road better. See? Can y'all see the road where we came in? Now, if y'all see Bigfoot or something and I don't see it because I'm filming, y'all let me know in the comments.
I think it does better with your headlamp.
Can y'all, I hope y'all can see. It's dark. Can y'all see down there? Here's the road going out. What is that square right there? Is that the shadow of the phone, or?
Yeah, I think so. Hold it up. Go up. God, did you drop it? Did you drop it?
Y'all, I have no idea what that is. Not a clue. Hold this.
He needs the flashlight.
What did he drop?
His phone.
You'll have to give him the flashlight and him look for it.
Here, Ron. Walk over where you was at.
Y'all, we'll get back with you. I'll get back with you when we come into bed. See y'all in just a bit. Hey everybody, Hellman YouTubers. We was me and my wife and kids was sitting out here by the fire, and a truck, I think it was a truck, came up the road, and as soon as they saw us, they turned the lights off and started backing back out. So I don't think a lot of people camp down here at all. We hadn't saw no, I think we saw evidence of a little bitty fire maybe a long time ago, but I don't think a lot of people camp down here. So if somebody was coming down here, to teenagers or something, to do what teenagers do, they might have saw us and got scared and backed out, but they hit their brakes and turned their lights off and backed out. So that was kind of spooky. I guess it was teenagers. I never saw nobody in it, but they killed the lights and backed out. So that was kind of creepy, but so we're gonna kind of be quiet and see if we hear them go up the road, or truck was, whatever they was in, it was a little bit loud, and we're gonna see if we hear them maybe come up and down the road, out the dirt road, out at the main dirt road, and see if we may hear anything, or maybe they won't come back to visit us tonight when we're sleeping. One of my van doors won't lock. I've locked it before, but it was really hard to get unlocked. But now I can't get it to lock. So we're going to be sleeping down here with one of the doors unlocked. I do have protection, so I would never bring my family in the woods with no protection. We do have protection, but what good is protection if I'm sound asleep and somebody tries to come in the door? But maybe that won't happen. I think it was just some kids coming down here to party or whatever, and saw somebody was down here and just left. Maybe they thought, we ain't supposed to be down here either, and so they left. But I don't think we'll be bothered. But anyway, if something else comes up, they come down here, or anything else happens, I will keep y'all updated. How's everybody doing this morning? It's about 7 o'clock. We're gonna get up and fix some coffee and eat breakfast. And boy, it's beautiful out here this morning. Well, we slept good. It was kind of, we would get it too hot and then it would be too cold. Like I said, the van's insulated real good, and that heater is, when it's only 40 degrees, 40, 30s, like high 30s, mid 30s, whatever, that heater's just too much. To get it too hot, we have to cut it off. Get too cold, on and off, on and off, on and off. That was kind of aggravating. But probably need a heater that don't get so hot in there unless it's down in the 20s. That heater would probably work. But other than that, we had a good night. Watched TV. I watched about 4 or 5 episodes of Gunsmoke before I went to sleep. But everybody slept good, and we're gonna get up this morning and make us some coffee and eat us some breakfast. And I'll see y'all in a minute when we're cooking us some breakfast. How's everybody doing this morning? Oh, it sure is pretty out here. I guess it's about I would say I say low 40s. Feels good. But I'm gonna turn you around. I want y'all to look at this sunrise, boy. If it don't blind, if it don't, boy, it's so pretty out here. It is so pretty out here. Quiet. I mean, it is so quiet. So peaceful. We had a good sleep, other than, like I said, that heater. But we'll sort them things out. That heater's just too much. We'll figure that out. I have to get me a smaller heater. But I'm gonna turn y'all around and let y'all see what I'm looking at. I hope y'all can see it as good as I can, because I mean, it is just beautiful. Let me let y'all see this. We're definitely gonna do some more of these videos. I guess people call this, I don't know, comment if I'm wrong. When we come down here, we didn't pay nothing. We just pulled in down here, camped at the graveyard free. I think you call that boondocking. I don't know. We boondocked. We didn't pay nothing. Nobody bothered us other than that truck pulling in, and they did not bother us. I think it was just some kids coming down here to do what kids do, what we probably all did, and they backed out and didn't want to disturb us, I guess, which is, you know, respectful. We had I hate leaving, and we're gonna definitely, we're camping about a mile away from here next week, and or just as soon as the rain goes away. Like I said, we love to do this. We do it a lot, and we're gonna. Reason we hadn't done it, and it was so far between my first video and now, is because my wife just had surgery, and she hadn't been feeling good at all. She's real swelled up, and she's tough. My wife is a tough woman. She is she supports me in this, but I do believe my wife likes to camp. I try to, she does a lot, cooks breakfast and gets up and cooks when, you know, and like right now she don't feel good. She's going to get up, she'll get up and cook breakfast, make some coffee, and we'll sit and look at this before we have to go.
But next week, before after this rain, we can have some rain, we're gonna camp. It's the campground is about a mile from here. It's primitive. It's got a pretty creek beside it. Not a small creek, not a big creek, but beautiful. It's beautiful. We're gonna camp down there. It's $3 a night. Pretty campground, just a beautiful campground. We're gonna go down there, and when we camp there, we'll set everything up on the van. Everything will be set up. We'll set up our awning. We'll set up our canopy. We'll put our lights up. We'll light everything up. We'll have a better fire. My grandson, when he go to a spot like that, we'll let him bring his little electric scooter, and he'll ride that around, keep from being so bored with sitting around with us grown-ups. You know, he'll ride that thing around. But y'all will, I think y'all like this spot too. It's now, when I squirrel hunt, and I've got me a few squirrels in the freezer right now, I'm gonna kill me a few more, and I'm gonna cook some squirrel meat. I'm gonna show y'all how we cook squirrel. Now, I'm not gonna show y'all how to cook squirrel, because a lot of people eat squirrel meat, cook it different than we do, but I'm gonna show you how we do it. And I'm gonna tell you, squirrel meat, the way my wife cooks it, and it is good. It is, I could eat a pot full of it. But we squirrel meat, we eat a lot of squirrel meat in the, when it's squirrel season and I can kill them. We eat a lot of the squirrel meat. We like squirrel meat. I'll show y'all how we cook it. We're gonna cook some squirrel meat, and yummy. We like it. But we're gonna cook this breakfast right here, and we'll gonna drink some coffee, and we're gonna pack up, and I ain't gonna say we're gonna get out of here, because got to get out of here. We would probably stay a while today, but they say rain's supposed to come in today, so we're gonna pack up and go because of that rain. Whew, that coffee sure smells good. Buddy, I'm just gonna walk and look around. I just love to walk and just look at the beautiful country. God, it's so pretty out here. Got me a cup of hot coffee, walking. So pretty, these roads. And I like to, when I come to a place like this, I like to imagine about, you know, like, is this the road that I'm looking at, that we come in on? Is this the road that they drove the buggies in on to get to this graveyard? I'm thinking, I'm about 100% sure it is, because it's the flattest spot into this graveyard. The other ways would be, you'd be coming up a big hill and all. So this is more than likely the road that they come in to this graveyard. So I like to just try to take myself back in time and imagine, you know, people coming up this road with coming to the graveyard, maybe to visit some of the people that they got in the graveyard or whatever, or I just like to take myself back in time and imagine that. When I go to old cabins, like we go to Cage Cove in Tennessee, and I love walking in them cabins because I could just imagine, you know, if I was a fly on. I just like to go back in time and imagine what went on in them cabins and how they survived and made it. I just love that. I love it. That's why my family says you was born way too late, or way too late. I should have been born back in the time, because I love it so much. And it thrills me. I actually have went in some of them cabins and just get chills. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever heard the Walker Sisters. If y'all hadn't never heard of the Walker Sisters, y'all need to go to YouTube. Go to Walker Sisters and look up the way that it shows pictures of them, and it tells you about how they lived, and you can go in their cabin, and they was the last people in that area that Tennessee actually, state of Tennessee bought their cabin, but they would not, they refused to move. They would not move. They said they're not moving. And it was just the daddy, the mama all passed away. It was just the girls. There was a few brothers, they left. It was just the girls. They refused to leave. So, story goes, I'm gonna try to make it short. Story goes, state of Tennessee bought their cabin. They refused to leave. And they let them stay there. But they was gonna try to make it so hard on them that they had to leave. So they told them they couldn't cut no wood to stay warm. They couldn't, because the state of Tennessee owned it. And the park, the national park owned it, and they couldn't. And but they stayed anyway. They said, we're not going. And the last sister died in 1964. She lived in that house. No power, no outhouse. Just look it up and you'll see. And it is, I just love stuff like that. I mean, them women was tough as nails. They was tough as nails. Good, I mean, just read up on them, just good women, just good, worked hard. And it was just, y'all need to look up the Walker Sisters cabin. I've been in it. I went to it. It's about a 2-mile hike to get to it. And I can walk in that cabin. As soon as I walk in that cabin, I just get chills. Some of the old newspaper installation is still hung up in that cabin. But go to that and check that out. And that's the same as here. I like walking, you know, and imagining, you know, what people coming in here to this graveyard. And in 1802, where some of these people was buried, you know, 1802, 1803, it was definitely a horse and buggy that brung them to this graveyard, no doubt. And looking at this graveyard, it's most definitely, this is the road. This is the very road that they came in on. It had to be, because they wouldn't, people were smart back then. They wouldn't have came, like I showed y'all, it was, that graveyard's up on a hill. They would have never came up them hills with a horse and buggy. This is definitely the way that they came in this graveyard, no doubt. So, and I just love that. I just love, you know, thinking about it. And it's just, I want to show y'all a tree. I want to show y'all a tree right here. Y'all are going to be amazed at this. Here is a piece of fresh, look at this. Where do you think a piece of wood like that came from? That is fresh, big, long piece of pine. And it's on, coming in, it is on the left side of the road. Over here is another piece of it. Here's some more of it. I'll get to it. I'll get to my point in just a second. Here's some more of it. Here's some more of it on the left side. Now on the right side coming in, here is what you see. Tree's dead. Now, I know what happened to this tree. I know what happened to it. But I'm not going to say. If y'all would, I'd like to hear some comments of what people think of what y'all think that happened to that tree. And I'll tell you how I know. I would probably figure it out if it hadn't happened at my house. And I witnessed it. So, and there's pieces, I mean, literally, look, this piece is stuck in the ground. It is stuck in the ground. Here's pieces of it way over here. I mean, if y'all can see, there's pieces way out there in the woods. There's a piece of, here's a piece that's probably, I'm gonna say, let me get over here and figure this. I'm gonna say 60, 70 feet away from that tree. There's literally chunks of tree, probably some of it 75 feet away from it. So, okay, y'all leave a comment and y'all leave a comment and tell me what y'all think happened to that tree. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for this food you've given. Lord, thank you for letting us be healthy enough to get out here and enjoy your beautiful creation. We love and praise you and thank you for keeping us safe. We love you for all that you do. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna start packing up and we're gonna head home and try to beat this rain. Well, we packed a lot of little stuff up. Not recording, not on camera, because it was a timely process. So, but when we camping and we got our awning out and our canopy and lights, it takes us a lot longer to pack up than this. We didn't get a lot out here because it was just we didn't know if we was gonna get run off or what. But we had a good time. I hope y'all liked it. I hope y'all liked what we did. We're constantly thinking of more things to do. And while we was here, an older gentleman came up. I'm gonna say 70s. Could he have been?
70 or 80.
He was pretty old. He came in, took some flowers up off of one of the graves, and put some new flowers down. And super nice guy. I don't know, as old as these graves out here is, could have been his parents or grandparents or something, because these is pretty old graves, but some of them's pretty old, and it's probably his parents, grandparents. But I talked to him, super nice guy, come out here, put flowers on their graves. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here and get back to the house. Man, we had a good time. We had a really good time. It was fun for us. We ate some good food, and yesterday it was beautiful. It was sunny. Today it's cloudy, but we had a good time. I just love being out here in places like this. But we're gonna bring y'all some. We're gonna do some more. I don't know what we're liable to do, but I know next week, if the weather permitting, we're gonna camp about a mile from here in a primitive campground. Beautiful, beautiful place, and we're gonna bring y'all along with us. And remember, put your boots on and get outside.